I could see all that. I could also see a growing surge in the New Age group to find the power that would help them gain that which they were looking for. They didn't want to use the old methods of going to school and getting a good job. They had done that and it didn't work. In truth, that group had done everything they were told, and now we're beginning to see through the lies themselves. And in brackets I say, I have great hope for this group if they can get away from the experts in the New Age and look within. And I do. They've done everything they were told. They began to realize that something was wrong. The nice house, the 2 cars, the garage, the 2.5 kids, all perfect. And they did it. And then they look at their life and say, there's something missing. They were lied to. And they see it. And they're looking. They're examining. If they can get away from the supposed experts in each field and get to the truth, look within, maybe they'll make some progress yet. And so I go on. Anyway, in the end, we have 2 groups. Those who have given up the right to control and those who are looking for the control. I suspect that the first group would soon join the second group if they could see a way that it would work for them. So really, everybody's looking for a way to control their life. So then we have, or as I said, that leaves us with the second group, with which we divide into those who just want to control and those who want to find a right path of choice through this mess they call life. For those who want control of others and total dominion over their life, lots of luck. For the rest, let's take a look, read on, see what I have to say. If you're into dominion and control, go ahead. I know where it leads in so many ways. Go ahead, do what you want to do. For those of you who really would like to find a right path of choice and get through all this garbage that we have to go through, read on. And so I go on. It is obvious that you will need help if you're going to move in that direction at all. You, the monkey, just don't know enough to make the moves on your own. So what help? White magic? Black? Those are options, but in the end you're using the principles of personal power or are calling on other powers to help. I've already discussed the pitfalls of personal power. So that leaves us with the calling of other powers as an option. Would you use your crystal to amplify the calling of the earth powers? I'll tell you that the earth powers don't give a damn about your problem. Still, they will help you on occasion just to see you crash and burn in the end. Well, how about those on the other side, those in the fourth? As it was so painfully made clear to me, I will also give to you. Go out on the street and stop the first person you meet. Ask him or her to help you gain control of your life. And if you think about that, you're going to say, no way. And so I said, why not? Well, your chance of finding the kind of help you seek are about the same up there. The only difference between most of those from the fourth and the person on the street is that those in the fourth have access to information on your past and future. The problems created is that you can't believe anyone but a great soul could have that information about your personal life. Therefore, if you make contact with someone or something from the fourth, they have that information and you just know they are a great soul. Mistake. After realizing that, the question becomes, how many contacts must you make before you find that great soul that would help you? How would you know if he presented himself that he was who he presented himself to be? And obviously, would he help you if you did contact him? In other words, how do you know if it is a great soul? How many souls do you have to talk to before you find this great teacher or guide? How would you know if he was what he said he was, or she? And if he was what he said he was, or she said what she said she was, would she or he help you? I said you could try, but I reject that idea as too risky. And in brackets, besides, aren't we trying to get out by making our own right decisions? How can someone or something make our decisions for us and give us the right answers? that defeat the intent or the purpose of karma? Wouldn't that defeat the idea that you have the power to choose? In other words, if you're taking a test to find out where you are and somebody's giving you the answers, wouldn't that be a temptation if they wanted to keep you here to give you the wrong answer or the answers to the minion? Is that what's happening? So then, by the way, that's out. Seeking your teacher guide, spirit guide out there in the outer realms of the fourth, forget it. So then I go and say, well, how about the White Brotherhood or the higher powers? That being earth, fire, water, air, for those who need to know. The higher powers. The hierarchy, or God himself. Now those are choices. The White Brotherhood? Having expected a contact from them for 20 plus years and not knowing for sure that I haven't been contacted, I have to let that one rest. I don't know. White Brotherhood, I don't think that I've been contacted, but I don't know that I haven't. But if I have, it's been so nebulous that it hasn't really done me any good that I see. Now, I have to let that one rest, I can't say. Still, so I go on. Still, I suspect that they would lead me exactly where I'm going, were I able to sit down and talk to them face to face. The higher powers, or the hierarchy, they're a little busy right now filling in the open positions. The higher powers in the hierarchy are a little busy right now filling with the filling of the open positions. What does that mean? For those that know, they know. There are some open positions in their ranks, and they're a little busy right now filling those positions, so they don't really have a whole lot of time for you. So that leaves us with God himself. That understanding is found in Book 5. But let's just say that you may have to find another path. So who or what will help, if indeed there is any help? I thought about it some more. So we've taken all these possibilities and have said that we'd had to let the White Brotherhood stand because we don't know for sure, but higher powers, the hierarchy, they're busy. God, in Book 5, you'll understand why I kind of didn't think that you were going to get a whole lot of help there. Not that Father wouldn't help you, but it is your test. We're in level 4. It is your test. So I go on. I thought again about the people who would laugh at me and how they thought they were in control of their lives. How long before death or illness brought them up short with no answers? How long before their dreams crumbled in this temporal world? How long before they settled, not telling anyone for fear of being ridiculed? This is where things began to come together. They were using methods that worked somewhat and had philosophical concepts that required constant faith to patch the holes. They had no rock to hold to. They had the feather faith to cling to as they were pushed over the edge. You understand what they're saying? You understand what I'm saying? They were using methods that worked kind of. They had philosophical concepts that required constant faith to patch the holes. They didn't have anything firm to hold on to. They just had this feather called faith to cling to as they were pushed over the edge. And here again I mentioned Book 5 as being more information given in Book 5. So then I go on. They were lied to. They believed the lies until their life crashed. They then sat silent in their lives and pushed their children to succeed where they had failed. What was all this deceit? Why did I need the mirror to see my true self and the truth of who others were? Why did it seem that society was steering us into a different view of how things worked than what I saw now as to be the truth? In life we are taught to gather toys, be trivia smart, make more money, stay young, snub those that are less than you, worship those that are higher than you. Don't take so much. It didn't take so much to see through that baloney. Even the church teaches us that it isn't our fault And if it was, we may be forgiven and sin no more. My understanding indicates that it is our fault and that everything that happens to us is a consequence of some action we have taken in this life or a past one. My understanding is that it is our fault and that everything that happens to us is a consequence of some action we took in a past life or we've taken in this life. And again, I comment more about that in Book 5. And so I say, again, there seems to be a difference between what I know and what we're being taught. Is that a coincidence or deceit? Are we being put to sleep as we slowly drift on the path to our destruction? Are all the differences I see between what I know to be the truth and what we're being taught a design? Are they a design? Are they by design? Is there a pattern?